We had a great question presented to us today. By me! Nobody asked it. And that is, what is the number one food that causes strokes? Is it sausage? Is it bacon? Salami? Any other processed meats? Is it red meat itself? Is it trans fats? Seed oils? Well, besides the red meat itself, all those things are bad. Because the red meat could be good quality meat. Grass-finished beef, right? Affects you differently than crappy red beef. Yeah, all those things could contribute. But what's my number one? And what's the number one thing, more so than a food, that can increase your risk for stroke according to dietitians, to many dietitians out there, almost all of them? Added sugar. Added sugar increases insulin resistance and inflammation and blood pressure and fat production by the liver and fat storage. This inflammation will damage blood vessels. This fat that it is stimulating, the added sugar different than sugar you get from, say, fruits. Something that has fiber, which is what we would like to replace added sugar with. Healthy fats like omega-3s and fiber. Absolutely, to lower your risk of stroke. But this added sugar, keyword here is added. You don't want a lot of sugar in general, but added. Right? So the food didn't naturally contain that. So without knowing anything about anything, Dr. Shane, is that good if the food didn't naturally contain it and it's in there? Well, what do you think, right? Beat a dead horse here. Every day at Wen Wellness. That's what Wen Wellness is about. I give you 100 billion, million, trillion reasons to just live naturally and be healthy. And here's another one. Maybe this one will hit home if you know someone that has had a stroke or you're worried about it yourself. Right? We're not getting enough blood to the brain, a lack of oxygen, and parts of the brain die, and whatever. A lot of complications. We all know what a stroke is, right? And so this sugar can cause insulin resistance, this added sugar. Because your body's not meant to process that much sugar at once. So now it's all in your blood. And so what happens is insulin, guys. Up goes insulin. There's sugar in the blood. And it says, hey, cells, take up that sugar, guys. We're going to use it. Oh, yay. In the beginning, yay. We have energy. Oh, this is great energy. That's a lot. Insulin is working. All right. Open up your glucose transporter cell. Boop, boop. In goes sugar, right? And the cell's like, all right, man, I don't need any more of this shit. We're good. We're good, but this soda it's got 80 grams. I'm through 5, and I feel fine. We have enough energy right now. Let's take the rest of the sugar. We got to do something with it. Insulin's working real hard. This whole time working real hard. Cells take it up, take it up, take it up. Okay, maybe insulin then can transport some somewhere else. Let's go to the liver. Well, let's go to muscles even. Let's store it as glycogen. Sugar for another workout. All right, we stored enough. We don't need no more of that. Not right now. It's a lot at once. It's too much at once. Liver. Here we come. Sending sugar to the liver. Gets there. Your liver can make fat from sugar, right? Byproduct of breaking down sugar to simpler components to promote de novo lipogenesis, aka fat production. So now it's producing this fat. It's making this fat. All right, we're going to store this fat now for energy for later, right? And it's keep making this fat because you're eating so much sugar. And now what can happen is that can stick to artery walls, right? You get atherosclerosis or the buildup of plaques. Now that blood flow isn't coming through quite as nicely, right? That blood vessel just got narrowed like this, and the blood ain't getting there. And that's no good for the delivery of blood, oxygen, and nutrition to all your tissues, but also your brain, right? We're talking about a stroke here. To the heart would be, say, a myocardial infarction, a heart attack, which is also a big concern with added sugar and a lack of exercise, right? Risk factor for both of them, really. Smoking, alcohol consumption, all these things. But if I had to say one thing, in terms of food, definitely added sugar. Stay away from that shit. Look at all your food products, and they should just have ingredients so you know what the ingredients are. And they shouldn't have all this extra crap added that you can't even pronounce. Right? And even if you can pronounce them, if it's coconut water, if it has that sugar and electrolytes, but there's no added sugar, all right, yeah, have that after your workout, whatever. Replenish some glycogen stores, this and that. But if you're having, and by the way, the whole coconut would be better than just the juice, right? The whole orange is better than the orange juice because you get the fiber, right? And the fiber slows the absorption of sugar. It's more natural. Right? It's less on the body, less wear and tear. So you got all this fat, and you know what else that added sugar is increasing? Inflammation. Your blood pressure is going up. You're damaging the blood vessels. Did you know that extra sugar itself, even aside from fat production, can actually stick to your blood vessel walls? Did you know that added sugar can actually stick to your nerves? We call this glycation, right? And then you can produce advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which we've done a whole video on. It sticks to other things, and it's really bad, right? It can stick to your brain, to things in your brain, like beta amyloid plaques that are associated with Alzheimer's disease. Well, now they say it's more dysfunction of the amyloid plaques. Yeah, that's current research. It's actually maybe an autoimmune or a gut disease, right? Where it's, the body's malfunctioning, that the beta amyloid plaques are attacking them. So disregard neurodegenerative disease. Disregard type 2 diabetes when that insulin stops working well over time and then you can't absorb the sugar and the sugar starts sticking all this shit in your body. But it could cause stroke. Stroke's obviously a very serious thing. And the effects are often long-lasting, right? So the next time you go to eat some added sugar, feel really bad about it because of what Dr. Shane said. I'm on vacation, I want a cookie. Moderation, whatever. I just choose to eat healthy because I like the way I feel. I was actually having a conversation about this tonight with a great person. We really had a really great time. Great conversation. And I do that stuff because I want to do it. You should be doing this stuff because you want to do it, because it makes you feel good. Not because it's a chore. Don't go to the gym because you hate yourself. Go to the gym because you love yourself. Because you're excited to make a positive change. Don't be worried about what could go wrong. Don't be worried about failing. Be excited for what could go right. We always say that here at When Wellness. You have to have some mental fortitude and motivation to be able to do that. And you deserve to have that for yourself. I don't need anything from you. I want to give you that for yourself. And by me giving you that, I mean instill in you the ability, the recognition really of that ability, because you all have it. Everybody has it. To know that you could do anything at any moment that you ever want, and that you will feel amazing if you generate good health and happiness from within yourself. And when you look at something that it's not really villainized, right? Candy bars, they give them to kids all the time. I talk to patients, and my kid went to school. They gave him 6 Munchkins for breakfast. Did they hate them? Did they hate these kids? Are they trying to create dysfunction and disease in their body? So later they're going to need insulin, and they're going to, just not getting into this whole create the problem, fix the problem, pharmaceutical companies. Don't even get me started about that shit. This video might get taken down. I don't give a fuck. But in general, right, it's just, one, that doesn't come from nature, so that wasn't a good idea. If you don't know anything about sugar or anything, even that was the thing that was causing this. But two, you should be excited to have good things because they're going to make you feel great. When you see added sugar and it's in something that you don't think is really bad for you, and you think, oh, it's not a big deal if I eat it. Maybe people worry about sugar because they're worried about putting on a little weight in the midsection, right? Maybe they don't even know that. That's going to be the cause. People try to villainize fat. They worry about fat. Eating fat's not your enemy. I eat more fat than probably anybody who's watching this. I bask in extra virgin olive oil. You know how much fat is in that? I drink so much of that. Avocado every day, fat. Pasture-raised eggs, fat. Nuts and seeds, fat. Salmon, ton of fat. Ton of healthy fats. We talked about the healthiest fats thing. Maybe that was yesterday. That was a fun conversation. No added sugar, number one food that could cause increased risk for stroke. Really, in my eyes. And obviously processed meats are no good, but if you started at that rule of if you can't find it in nature, can't kill it, pick it, extract it from an animal, drink it in nature, get it in its most natural form, local to the source as you can. If you can't do any of that, you probably shouldn't be having it. So, lower your risk for stroke. And we really went off on a tangent, but that's really what this video is about. No added sugar. Who do we got out here? Shelly, what's up, baby girl? How you doing, pretty lady? Hey. It's been a late one today. Been working. Sammy, what's up? How are you, dude? Josh Winter, yes. Polo, Frank. Dave, what's up, dude? RM Lax, Chris Presco. That's Ron. How are you, my friend? Brandon Malone, J Rab, and somebody else. Thank you guys for the love. As for now, that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you very much. Go get some sleep. Turn out the bright lights. That's what I'm about to do. And happy wellness. See you tomorrow.